Good morning, this is Matt Heuser. I'm on Allure of the Seas, the largest ship in the world. It's a Royal Caribbean ship. I'm talking to James Defendis, who's actually manager of IT development, and James is going to talk to us about some of the way they've integrated technologies into the customer experience. Good morning, James.
Good morning, Matt. This is digital signage on Allure of the Seas. This provides a wealth of information around what the ship provides, and it gives the guests a complete outline of all the things they can do and find in the ship. So I'm going to take you on a quick tour of it. Starting off with what to do right now. What to do right now comes up with the cruise compass, and the cruise compass provides all the activities based on chronology at time, from morning till the afternoon, evening. And in any of these, you would go through and find any events you want to attend, and you can select a map, and it'll take you from where you are to where you want to be.
So I see you are here, and then that's where the event is.
You are here, and then that's where you want to go.
Which event are we looking at, James?
We were looking at this Welcome Aboard.
Oh, right.
The Welcome Aboard video. And that takes us, if we want to go back through and do that again, it takes us back through that map. So we start over and we go to our next. And let's say you want to do your stateroom. You're a new guest on board Allure, you just embarked. And you want to find your stateroom. You select Stateroom Finder. And it tells you how to proceed to get there. It gives you the directions, but it also provides you a full map of how to get there.
That's fantastic.
As well as the deck plan itself.
And we're right next to the elevators, folks. They're right over there.
So we can move on to the next. And say as a restaurant availability comes up next, and you can see some of the restaurant. And this is very interesting because on Allure of the Seas, which is a very big ship and has many guests on it, it's very important for guests to know the venue and how many people are there, because they don't want to go there and have it be filled. So you can see the occupancy levels here, and you can route yourself based on where the lower occupancy is.
It's the first day people were still getting on board this ship, but we would see a red bar or a yellow bar depending on whether Ritas or Vintages or the Wipeout Cafe is full.
Right. So as you go through, you'll see later in the week, as say the Windjammer Buffet gets to be full, that these lines will start going up. Now the technology behind that is very interesting. We have something that actually counts the number of people that enter and exit, and that gives us automation there, so that we know ahead of time.
So is that based on RFID? Is that your card when you walk in?
It's actually based on something that's monitoring over the doorways, and it's measuring as people enter and leave, and it's adding and subtracting from the overall counts, and then feeding that over here where we present it on the digital sign. So the next is, you're a new guest, you got on board, you had a long trip, you need to find your restroom. And this seems to happen to me on this side. Oh, there you go. So now it'll show you all the different locations for your restroom. So moving on to the next part. Cruise compass, we touched on that briefly before, but you can get another full cruise compass of all the different events, but this time categorized a little bit further by time. Say you want to find out what you're going to do this evening, you can click on evening. You can find out that there's gaming lessons and such throughout the evening.
So this used to be paper-based, or it probably still is, right?
It still is
you get a piece of paper when you get in your room, but this is to figure out what you can do. You can just filter, just like any old web app.
Yeah, it's still paper-based. You get a cruise compass each morning in your stateroom, and you can also pick them up at guest services. So we'll go back home.
You got translations there by language?
We do, by language. And now we can go through venues of the ship, and it gives you a categorization of all the different venues. And say we want to go to the spa, and that gives you, then we want to go into the fitness center, and then it shows you from there. We can go through the lounge, and then again we can map it, so we know exactly where we are and where we need to go. Give you the map to that location.
So this looks like a reasonable piece of enterprise software. It's got high availability. You've got customers using it 24 hours a day. How'd you build something like this?
We built it by partnering with a vendor. We partnered with a company that helped us build the overall interface and software, but we tied it in through our integration services to our back-end data.
What was the timeline like from, say, serious analysis to release?
This was all on a fairly aggressive timeline. So we started it off, and within 9 months, we went from the overall conception and release of the idea to IT to the actual production when we went live with the ship.
How'd you get the data? Because there's got to be some serious AutoCAD maps or something on the back end,
all
right?
that data is content, and that content's loaded, is created with our content partners, and we load that for each of the applications, and it gets presented.
Thank you very much, James.
Thank you.